All right, my friend, as you are starting on this journey, learning how to make money with copywriting, you're going to have a bunch of questions because you've never done this before. And that is totally okay, but I want to make sure that you never get lost. I want to make sure that you always know where to find answers and you always get help. So I'm going to show you a few of the places inside the real world where you can go to get help and how to ask questions so you get the best help possible. So if you look here inside the real world, you have the chats. Underneath the Learning Center, you have things like announcements, which you should be paying attention to. That's where I announce my cool live calls and new trainings and upgrades. But if you scroll a little bit further down, you have a couple of options of places where you can go to get help. There's one right there that says the noob chat. If you're ever completely lost and you just need help, click on the noob chat, tell people what's going on, say, hey, I need help. Please help me go through, help me find my way through the course, or wait, I watched the video, but what actually is copywriting? The noob chat is the place for those types of questions. If you scroll a little bit further down, you have access to something which is called the beginner chats. So as you are learning the basic skills, as you are working with that first client, as you need some help so you can figure out the right strategy to help them make millions of dollars, you're gonna hop into the beginner chat, you're gonna ask your questions there. If you look down beneath that as well, there's the copy review channel. That channel is a place where once you've created that first draft for the marketing campaign that you're gonna create for your client, this is where you post it, you get a review from your fellow students, you get help. You're gonna find that the students inside the real world are extremely helpful. You're part of a winning team now, and winning teams help each other out. And there are a lot of students inside the real world who will sit down and carefully, painstakingly go through your current questions, challenges, your copy, give you advice, and help you win. Because someone helped them, and someone's currently helping them at a higher level. You need to use these chats. When you have questions, I highly recommend you come in and ask them immediately. These questions, it's better for you to solve them with the help of everybody than try and solve it by yourself. It took me, let's say, months to figure out some of the things I can help you solve in 3 minutes inside of the real world. Save yourself all that time, and when you run into a serious challenge, ask for help inside the real world. There's another section here where you can go to get help. So the beginner chat and the copy review channel, those will help you kind of get some basic help if you need it. If you need advanced help, if you need an expert to take a look at your stuff. If you scroll a little bit further down, you get access to the Ask an Expert section. You guys all have access to this now. These are 3 experts that I have personally handpicked and trained to help answer your questions in a very detailed level. So if you do need someone to help you analyze your project or figure out what you need to do to change your outreach so you can get more customers, these guys will help you. So hop in there. Now they're busy, they're out conquering, they're doing their own stuff, they're writing copy and winning the copy game themselves. But once every single day, once every 24 hours, they clear their schedule and they sit down and answer every single question. They forward the best questions to me. I answer those questions for everybody in video recordings and indirectly. I'm also in the beginner chat, the noob chat, and all these channels just answering questions as well. You're never more than 24 hours away from having an expert give you an extremely detailed question. And you're usually no more than 5 minutes away from a fellow student who knows what they're talking about, trained by myself or someone else inside the campus, answering your questions and giving you the help you need to be successful. Use these resources. Use them so that you don't fall behind. Now, if you want to get the most help possible, I recommend you follow a few simple guidelines when you ask for help. Number 1, I recommend you clearly state your question. You say, this is my question. Yeah, just state it out. My question is this. Number 2, you should share what you've tried so far or the full, what you think the answer is based on what you've done. Hey, based on the video that I've watched or based on my basic common sense, I think this is the answer, but I'm not quite sure. And number 3, share the full context, right? If you just show up and say, I'm having a hard time getting my first client. Dude, we need to know more. I need to know who you've reached out to, if you followed my system, how many people you reached out to. I'd like to see some of the messages you sent so I can tell what's going on. You need to give us as much information as you possibly can so we can use that information to give you a real answer. If you ask general questions, hey, how do I make this faster? We're gonna give you some general responses. But if you have specific questions with specific information and put energy into asking that question, you'll find your fellow students, you'll find the professor, you'll find the other experts that are helping you will be able to answer your questions so much better. So please, when you come in and you ask questions, make sure you provide as much context because we want to help you win. This is an accelerating program. It's designed to pull you in, to throw you in on one side and spit you out the other side, ready and able and completely capable of earning millions of dollars. In order for you to get the most out of it, you're gonna have to use it. You're gonna have to ask for help. You're gonna have to dive in it and participate inside the community. You should never be lost for more than 5 minutes inside the real world. You have chats to go to, you have places to talk to you have access to myself. Get help and get progressing through the program so you can hit that big payday.